Are you ready for required grunt battles and lots of them?
Oh boy, everybody's favorite part of every Pokemon game.
Well, you
Well-
know, when you're actually playing the game, it's not that different from what you're usually doing in most players' cases, because, you know, you're probably going to fight all the random trainers anyway.
Unless if
So-
if you're the person who, you see, the funny thing is that actually I was thinking about this. Since all of these fights are required, the reason why Team Grunt usually have such low-leveled Pokemon anyway is because they are keeping in mind the people who run around every trainer anyhow. So, you know, these guys will only be like 2 levels above where you're supposed to be instead of like the 6 where they would reasonably be, you know? So, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
Although, wait,
Helmet Squad.
Gladion,
human-
how did you get past these guys?
You just walked past them.
Hey, wait, we gotta fight you. Wait, no, don't. Wait, no. Oh, okay, we'll fight you instead. Alright.
Okay.
Well, look at you. You didn't even have a name tag. What chance do you have?
Wow,
Oh,
good.
this
Hi,
is
Muck.
interesting. Okay, not only does he have a weird helmet, he had a weird Pokeball and a weird multicolor Muck.
Well, that's a lowland Muck, but...
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, I know.
It's the Muck where the kid... You know how when you were a kid and you mushed all the different Play-Dohs together? That's this version of Muck.
And then it somehow gains sentience.
Yeah. Look, it's
As
even got the
colorful
snot.
Play-Doh
It's even got the
does.
snot crystals in it that kindergartners would probably put
It's
into their
interesting
Play-Dohs.
because every so often the colors shift down.
Yeah, but it's not a continuous thing. It's like every cycle or whatever, it'll change color or whatnot.
And he bothered to use Screech when he only had one Pokemon.
It seems that I have
What?
lost. I slept through employee training.
Another fight.
You know, we could have done triple battles if we didn't cut them out of this generation.
Nobody
But could
cares
the
about
frame
triple
rate handle
battles.
it?
Well, we could have, but then the frame rate would have gone to shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The flame where he goes to shit with is double battles.
yeah. So, okay, so I looked this up. Triple and rotation battles actually were in Gen 6. They took them out of Gen 7 because with the models for the trainers also standing on the field, it would not be able to handle, like,
Oh,
even just
no.
6 Pokemon on the field, even if with
Guys.
2 trainers.
He's using Magneton. We're screwed.
What?
Eh?
Because he's got screws in them. Ah!
It's because he likes to fuck things.
You know, if
Not very subtle.
if Magneton were a modern Pokemon, in order to evolve Magnemite into Magneton, you would have had to have 3 Magnemites in your party, and then they all would have actually fused together in order to get Magneton. Because that's what they do for a lot of things. Like, for example, Mantine, from Gen 4, to evolve it into Mantine, you actually have to have what's its name?
A Remoraid.
A Remoraid in your party because the Mantine sprite has Remoraid on its arms. Or little fin things. So,
Or something,
Yeah.
Ah, seizure procedure.
oh
I
no!
forgot Porygon 2 was a thing.
Yeah, Porygon, I like Porygon 2's design. It's Porygon Z that I think is a little kind of,
Porygon Z looks nuts.
yeah.
Porygon 1 was PlayStation 1 Porygon. Porygon 2 was PlayStation 2 Porygon. And,
Which might have been the intention, but Gen 4 Porygon, was it?
Porygon Z,
Z.
yeah.
Yeah, Porygon Z.
You know what that is?
I don't know.
That's actually PlayStation 3 Porygon, because nobody knows how to program for the thing.
No, it's Porygon reacting to the amount of HMs in Gen 4.
No, John, you don't actually need to use Defog in order to get through that route in Gen 4. Alright, it's not required, so that means the route's okay, and it's not terrible.
Meh, whatever.
Nah.
Yes, I am
Nah,
making
it's
fun
not
of you,
bad.
comment section. Deal with it. You deserve it sometimes. We love you,
Like, comment,
but
rate 5 stars.
please favorite.
I just remember Porygon being a fucking headache and a half to get.
Oh yeah, you have to get
'cause
nine.
it
You have
was
to
the
get
coin-
10,000.
And then not being worth it.
Nope. Well, Porygon 2's worth it. Its attack stat is great. Special attack, I should say. And I actually believe that some people might run Porygon 2 over Z if you use Evilite, if I remember correctly.
So like all trilogies, the first one has problems and the second one is the best.
Probably, yeah. I think. Okay, I might be misremembering this. But so the held item Evilite, if you give it to an unevolved Pokemon, it will give them 50% more special defense and regular defense. So for some Pokemon like Chansey, for example, will actually end up with more special defense that way than their evolved form Blissey because of the way like the math works out. I believe that Porygon 2 might be a case where that's also makes it technically better, but I could be misremembering because I haven't downloaded all of Cerebi into my brain, so I might not be quite right there, but whatever.
I haven't downloaded all of Cerebi to Maryland then.
You gotta take better care of that attic you call a head, Ted.
Well,
there's probably
you
like
do
two
that.
people in the comment section who are gonna get that reference.
Yeah. Well, I clean the place out every once in a while. There's a lot
And
of
both of them probably only know about it because of Elementary.
Oh boy, ice cream Pokemon, ice cream Pokemon.
And then Machoke immediately eats the ice cream.
I don't get why people hate that thing so much. I think it's cute.
I think the reason they hate it is because it showed up, of all places, in the Elite Four. Just saying,
No, you could actually get it.
Yeah, you can get it
After, like, the
relatively
fifth
early
town.
on.
Yeah, I know, but why would the Elite Four have the ice cream cone?
Its attack stat's pretty good, all things considered. So
It's an ice
defense
cream
sucks.
cone.
yeah. I mean, granted, it's not like some Elite Four members have to really struggle to even get Pokemon that match their theme. Okay, like poor Karen in Gen 2, she's the Dark type user, and she's got like 2 Dark type Pokemon on her team. So
Yeah, poor Lorelei is basically also a second water type trainer.
oh, don't even get us started about the Fire type guy in Gen 4. All right. Like, geez.
There wasn't much dark type to choose from when Gen 2 introduced them, were there?
No.
It was Umbreon, Murkrow, Houndoom, and I think that was it.
I might be for
Sneasel.
Sneasel. Yeah, but she doesn't even have Houndoom or Sneasel on her team.
It's just 4 Umbreons.
So I think she has like 2 Gengars or something like that.
Well, no. To be fair, John, Umbreon is the best one in that gen for dark types.
Yeah. Also, although to be fair, that problem also goes back to Agatha from Gen 1 when she's the Ghost type user, and there's literally only one family of Ghost. So she has of all things on her team a Vileplume. That's like okay.
I mean, Lance is just as bad because there's only one dragon type.
Yeah, but at least his other
I didn't get one
Pokemon
either.
look like dragons. Like
I guess, yeah, you have Gyarados and Charizard.
in Aerodactyl too. It kind of looks.
Yeah.
It's like dinosaurs are
Okay,
basically dragons
so
anyway.
why is Hao the one who says, hey, we should tell Gladion about this?
Because you don't speak.
Sky, you there?
Yeah, but he doesn't really trust Gladion, does he?
No.
Yeah, he
Well,
does.
at the same time, he realizes Gladion's probably their best method of getting to this place. So.
Yeah, but he knows something he's not telling us. Also, how do you see everything if your hair's like actually literally gelled so tight that it's like a solid block in front of your left eye?
His right eye's probably his dominant eye.
Yeah, but to be fair though, like pirates didn't have eye patches because they were cool kids. It's because they got their eyes shot out or cut out.
Yeah, but she only...
Actually, no. That was supposedly it was also a light mechanic because there were obviously no windows on the inside the ship for water reasons, which meant it was stupid dark. So you had one eye covered, so it'd always be adjusted to darker light.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
did hear
slowed down
that.
the place.
I don't know
The
how
other-
much of
the
that
other
is
thing,
urban
though-
legend or not, though.
The other thing,
Yeah.
though, is that if you've only got one eye, your depth perception is basically screwed.
Yeah, but if you were a pirate, most of your work, like there's the whole like raiding ships and things like that. But 90% of your work was like scrubbing the deck and stuff that doesn't really require a lot of hand-eye precision. So I was just told by my boss to beat up some kids. I wasn't trained for this.
I'm not going to question this.
But like he's a dick, and I don't want to get demoted. So sorry. I'm gonna need to escort you out of the building.
I like how the guy phrased it as like, now that you've learned the darkness in the heart of Aether Foundation, we have to chat.
We'll need you to conveniently disappear.
Who the fuck says that?
Pokemon.
They're quintuplets.
Or maybe the Aether Foundation just needs some serious diversity training. Because, like, they hire not only people of the same race, but just the exact same person 6 times.
God
Nepotism.
Lag this bad. I think I'm playing at Dynasty Warriors.
Yep. And now that Pelipper's gone, it will snap to slightly better.
Yeah, because it can handle 3 Pokemon just fine because that's SOS. Oh god damn.
Well, not there though.
Not there
Yeah, not
though.
there.
Because SOS battles generally run fine. I guess it's a little bit harder here because there's more trainers. Yeah.
Yeah.
But John, you were mentioning that Pokemon Warriors I actually think would be really fun. If
Oh
they
god, I just realized
Yeah,
what this
but
battle
then you
arena
haven't.
reminds me of. It's the fucking Shinra Tower. Ah,
Oh, the Shinra HQ, yeah.
Yeah.
We just need the guys with the mechs that you got to technically kill twice.
Eat my dick fire.
Crotch
Pokemon
fire.
Warrior sounds good on paper, but I fear there'd be endless wars on who gets included or not.
Well, the thing is that
And why is Pikachu here 5 times?
okay, that's the Pokken tournament question. But the thing is that since in Dynasty Warriors you don't always play as all the characters, you can have smaller Pokemon be like the mooks you beat up. Like nobody would ever want to play as.
But then you get the people that bitch about their Pokemon being fodder.
Yeah, but at least it's there. I'm sorry, but Caterpie should just not be a playable character in Pokemon Fighters. I love him too, but he's better as fodder. Okay, jeez. You know what they'll do? They'll make Pokemon Warriors, but they'll only have Pokemon from Gen 1, Gen 7, and Gen 6. They'll ignore all the other gens entirely.
no, there's gonna be Gen 2 as well.
I was making a Fire Emblem Warriors joke, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they pretended...
ruined it.
This is a series with 15 games, and they pretended that 13 of them just straight up didn't exist. So, yeah. Topical reference. And by top...
Man.
Hi, Miss Boobs.
Even the Dynasty Warriors Gundam game has like something from basically every series, so that's
Even
kind
G Gundam's in it, and that's a series they love to ignore.
well,
That's
because it's
racist.
in
That's
its
the
own-
racist series, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the one where Gundams are in a giant mech fighting tournament for some reason, and every country has a representative who's a...
Gundam generally likes to ignore that series, but even G Gundam's in the Dynasty Warriors Gundam series.
Yeah. So, but like I think people were upset that like the main game was only going to have the 3 games, but they were like, "Oh, well, DLC might fix that because that's what happened with Hyrule Warriors." And then the same 3 games are the ones focused on for the DLC. So,
Also, Faba stupidly brought the key to the door with him that he's trying to keep locked.
I mean, Hyrule Warriors is weird for a Dynasty Warriors game because it has such a... what the fuck? It has such a...
That's not terrifying at all.
It has such a limited pool of characters to pull from that it actually had to make some up. But
oh well, Fire Emblem Warriors does that too.
Fire Emblem... What?
Yeah, they
You-
have
you
2
mean
OCs in the game,
they
and it's not even like they
ignore-
gave them spears or axes or anything. They gave them swords.
They're sword users.
They
They
ignore
complained
the
that they
cast
wouldn't
from
use
most
to
of
other
the series
games
and
because
then
the
they-
main character.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, the developers complained that we can't use all the lords because they use too many swords, and then they made 2 sword OCs for this game.
I don't think that. I think there's 1 axe user in the entire game,
Well,
and
then
it's
don't
Lissa
use
of all people.
Lords. Pull in some other characters.
Well, no, I think
from the
Frederick
game.
can use an axe in the game.
Oh, okay.
But he's also a mounted unit.
There's like 4 characters that aren't lords in that game. It's
Oh
ridiculous.
god, the frame rate in this part of the game is terrible.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's okay. We should specify that on a new 3DS or the
It
new.
does run better.
It does run better. There's still slowdown. It's not as bad.
But yeah, I have to record on a normal 3DS, original 3DS.
Yeah, because trying to get
I
recorded.
like how the fucking spinning lariat thing just becomes a slideshow.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I think John pointed this out earlier in the game, though, but anytime when the game focuses on one specific Pokemon and the frame rate
It
speeds
snaps
up...
back to normal.
Yeah, but that's because they just deleted the other Pokemon from the screen.
Yeah, they unload the other models
like
temporarily.
right here.
Yeah, for right now.
Yeah, a lot of
And
games,
now it's back to crap.
a lot of games have that function. I think Final Fantasy XIV has that as an optional function you can turn on in the menu.
Oh no, like almost every 3D game will do that in some capacity.
like, even
Especially if the camera's really linear.
in
Yeah.
games like Paper Mario, for example, if you walk into a house, the game will unload the rest of the world. So if you glitch out of the house, then suddenly you're walking in nothing, and like the ground
it's more
doesn't
like
exist.
it doesn't exactly unload it, but it stops rendering it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
no,
the
even-
collision is
even,
usually there, but the graphics aren't. I think is how it
well,
even-
works.
Yeah.
It's more
even
like
even Mario Odyssey does that.
Yeah.
it's more like the graphics are loaded, but they're only in memory. They're not active in the game, and that means the game
Yeah.
isn't actively using them. So
Well, no,
you can
it can't be
focus
in memory, otherwise it would still lag.
Yeah.
Remember, the process of removing lag is freeing up memory. So
No. There's memory. There's also processing.
They don't
And It's
exist.
the stuff. It's the stuff being
Yeah,
actively used.
they're
It's
white
the-
from memory.
It's the stuff being actively used that affects processing. So, lag is usually CPU problems, bottlenecking, that kind of thing.
well, yeah, but the thing that's bottlenecking is memory.
Yeah.
I think we're talking about two different things right now.
That's a stupid logo.
Yep. And now we're gonna fight Faba again, who still only has one Pokemon. I
No,
think.
the other guy has one. He has 3. But since
right.
the other guy's one Pokemon goes down,
It's
so
basically
quickly-
2 on.
It's a
yeah,
Ledian.
it's basically 2 versus.
Yeah, it's a 2v1 fight, pretty much. So why he didn't take out all 3 earlier, I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
I like how the way double battles work. The enemy can only have like 3 Pokemon apiece.
But you can still have all your 6 of yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe...
I don't understand how Raichu's level pancakes suddenly give it psychic powers.
You know, it stepped on its tail, and it hurt really bad, and he had glue on his feet, and it stuck.
And then while recuperating its injury,
Learn...
it feasted on nothing but pancakes.
Yeah.
And then suddenly,
Okay, good.
Its alarm clock
good.
started
He on
meditating.
Raichu.
Yeah, but Raichu's
Glad to
actually helpful
see-
to have at this point, though.
Glad to
Well, no,
see
he'll finish off the Slowbo before he falls asleep, though.
Oh, good point.
Glad to see some of the graphics for the attacks haven't changed.
Yeah, basically. Like, honestly, I don't think that they'll ever...
You idiot, How?
Well, I mean, either... Oh, you used Fire Fang, though, is the problem.
Oh no, I was using a fire attack on the bug Pokemon. Good job, How. This is all your fault.
Jan...
okay, so Alolan Raichu should just fall to the floor right now, right?
no, it's okay. He closed his eyes. Why are you using Shadow Ball?
Shadow Claw.
Oh, Shadow Claw. All right.
So I assume if you port over a regular Raichu, it has a different idling animation.
Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
same. It's the same animation as in Gen 6. A lot of the models are just pulled straight from Gen 6. Like, no different at all.
It's
very
just
They
slightly,
had-
like
they
very
had
slightly
to.
touched up.
the
but
Alolan
yeah.
Raichu crossbred with a Mew and decided to imitate its mother.
Yeah, what's actually funny is that the only way to get a normal Raichu in any Gen 7 game, as far as I'm aware, I don't think you can do it at all in Sun and Moon normal. But in Ultra
Nope.
Sun and Ultra Moon, you have to do a mini game to go into Ultra Space and then use a Thunderstone on it. And then it'll evolve into a normal Raichu.
Regular. For some reason.
Yeah, which is a pain in the ass for the record, but whatever.
Yeah, because even if you were to, if say you were to bring a Pikachu in from X and Y and evolve it in Sun and Moon
Yo.
or Ultra
It would
Sun
still-
and Moon,
it would
it'd still
still
be a
become-
Alolan Raichu.
Yeah, I did
Yes.
that. I brought up a Pokemon from Red, Blue, and Yellow. I brought up an Execute. I evolved it with a Leaf Stone, and it became Alola Executor. So it's just being in Alola that makes them become tropical hippies. Or
Get a job!
How? Come on.
I mean, as long as he's attacking house Pokemon and not mine, I really don't care.
He's using Z power and it just whiffed.
And of course, Hypnosis hits.
Hypnosis's hit rate is like 55%. So why it always
For
hits?
you.
Which means the AI is 100.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that also that
Wake up!
hit me. That hit me. So yeah, that's actually one of the weird things. Okay, so each one of the starters' Final Evolution special abilities is like it for Primarina, it's like it heals your allies' burn if it hits them, but it also still does damage. Or like the other two, it's like, oh, it's gonna like keep them locked in place, or I forget what Darkest Lariats is. Now that I'm thinking about it,
Well,
but
attacking your allies is the way to wake them up in Final Fantasy.
yeah,
Yeah, but not here.
yeah, but in
It's
that
kind of
game,
a-
you'll do like 2 damage out of like a possible 4,000. Yeah.
Well, you say that, but like, there's this weird quirk in Final Fantasy X in particular, where all of your weak characters, like Yuna and Lulu, who have pathetic weapons, always miss, even if you're attacking a sleeping ally. So you can't use them to do it. You have to hit them with the big ass sword. It's just
You know,
Ugh.
I love it when you try to attack a sleeping Pokemon and you miss. You somehow miss.
yeah. It's the same sort of thing as how does this sleeping Pokemon break out of the Pokeball? You really wonder that.
There's
sometime.
that, or how do flying Pokemon stay aloft when they're sleeping?
Or how Charizard can work when you're underwater using dive.
Yes.
Or how Diglett can dig in.
Or how does Rhydon no surf?
Pokemon's dumb. That's the answer. Pokemon is very, very dumb.
We got the room key. Hooray!
Also, why
Thanks, Faba Beans.
why we couldn't use our Charizard to just fly up and around from the docks? I don't know. But whatever.